Hey, welcome to Yellow Skunk Farms. Quick disclaimer, this is a 21-year-old and up channel, so if you're not 21, please leave the channel now. I appreciate it. We are sponsored by APSUsoil.com, and we are day 2. This is day 2. We put in, if you saw yesterday's live, we put in the babies that we had in this tray over here. And 2 of them we just left because we don't have room. So these over here are, this bed over here is pure APSU living in super soil. So we direct sowed right into the super soil with the seeds. Everything popped. You can see everything is super healthy. Now this super soil is going to take us right on through this run. So we'll veg and flower, we'll cut, we're going to direct sow again, veg and flower. We're going to try and do 3 runs without amending or doing anything to this soil. That's what Dennis over at APSU says we can do. He says it's been done over and over and over, tried and true. So, and I must say, like, everything is popping. Like, here's the spinach. All the grass popped. Here's the cucumbers. Still, it does look like I might have a tomato. So we waited long enough and those seeds finally did pop. We got the squash. The tomato plant's really starting to take off now that we're in 16 hours of light. We're waiting on some parsley. We got some dill. Looks like some dill coming right here. We've got some cilantro, basil, some sage up there. Oh look, there's Junior. He's our one lone minnow, hanging out down there. It's cool to see him. You can see the algae starting to really go. So that's a sign that's a good sign actually. We gotta get some fish in there. We gotta get some shrimp. We're gonna order some new shrimp here. Probably today or tomorrow. We've got carrots over in the center. Our sweet potato. Look at this sweet potato. I mean, just taking off. So we've got blue jasmine over here. This is from APSU. So the same company we get the soil from. They have their own seed line as well. And we get to do a side-by-side. So we're doing APSU super soil. And over here, this is my bed where we're going to run well, they're both mine. You understand what I'm saying. This soil here is a smorgasbord of my IMO 5, basically, is what it's turned into over the last year and a half. But we did add some IMO 5 to this. We did add some super soil, some APSU, but that's just a little bit to the top to add some amendments, because this will be the 6th run over here without amending anything. And that's usually where we need to start amending, is around, 3, 4, when we start seeing problems. I know this just from listening to other people who do living soil beds. A lot of times they'll start to see issues around, the 4th or 5th run, where they have to start amending things, and they'll do a soil test and see what they're lacking. I'm not doing a soil test. We're just going to basically amend with what I know is good and watch the plants. I can tell you that we added some Bokashi from OK Calyx to start the party off on top here, and it's nearly gone. The critters have just, look at this. Look how it's stuck together right there. That's that IMO. That's the Bokashi mix with the IMO. Look how white it is. That's going to start the party. So you can see we got these cups. These are just paper cups, biodegradable supposedly, but the bottom is cut out of them, and I just stuck them down in there because the isopods in the living soil over here is so alive. Like isopods love to eat babies, and I just did not want to take the risk of them being able to just tack these stalks here on these babies. So this is a great protector. And then once they get big, we just pull it off, pile some soil around it, and you're good to go. So this is just a precaution. You can see over here, we directly sowed right into the soil. We don't need any protectors over here because the soil is just not that alive. There is no, or I should say critters over there, no isopods. Look at that. There's a fungus net. Got your fungus net. That's to be expected when I water the top. Especially when I get all this Bokashi in here and it starts to work. It smells like bread. Beer and bread. And it's just caked up. Look at that. Microorganisms are loving life. Looks good. But we got the babies in, you can see. Check out the pond this morning. The pond looks really good this morning. What's up, Coot? Scooter. Scooter down there. Eating algae off the rocks. Grazing, I should say. That's what he does. She likes to graze. Yeah. Like a cow, just eating algae all day long, cleaning the rocks. Plenty of room for the turtles, and for the pooter over here is our big goldfish. Got Plinko in there. What's up, Coot? I'm not feeding you anything. You've already eaten. You ate yesterday. Okay, I'm trying to get up here. I know you want to eat. That's all you ever want to do is eat. Now look at you. Now I got you. Big. He's got big. Shell looks good too. No slime. All right. I'll let you go. It's like Look at our residents. There's Pooter. Big old goldfish. You see we set a rock down there. And that's just another, hopefully another little basking area. Got the heat lamp and the light blasting over through there. There's plenty of UVA and B light getting over there into the pond. Heat lamp, basking lamp is right here, and they can get up on this They can get all the way up on here. No, it doesn't look like it, but that log runs right on up here. And they can climb right on up. Probably could add about 2-3 gallons of water today. There's Plinko back there. You can see him or not. He's back behind that log. So that's where we are. The Monstera is a monster. You want to check out our live video from yesterday. That would be cool. Shows us just transplanting. It was pretty easy. I just took my trusty tool here, and so I snapped this just down and then just went under with this. These didn't make it. Those two, those are feminized. So those might end up somewhere. Let's stick them in a pot. See what happens. So that's what we're doing, experiment. And you can see, look at this. I love being able to see this. It's dry, you can see dry or drier, and then where it's connected to the creek, it stays moist. And it'll dry around. Look at that. So this is the only spot it's connected. And that sand and silt comes on down through here. And you can see how dry around the edge, dry. But look at the wet spot. And there's the wet spot from the connection to the creek. So that moisture is being pulled up over, all the way up over that creek wall, down in, and it just pulls that moisture through the sand and silt and transfers it into the soil. Then the soil takes over and pulls it even harder, keeping all of this moist. Everything stays moist, so it never dries out. Microorganisms just go crazy. Seeds pop like crazy. The spinach is going crazy. Grasses. So everything is filled. This bed's only been run. Look at the sweet potato is just gone crazy in the last 3 weeks. I mean, this is, yeah, I think the 3rd week. So we're going into almost, a month of me turning this on and getting the soil in and planting some grass. Put the tomato in here, the basil in here. So we should start to see the fruits of our labor here shortly. We got the fan on the tomato. Hopefully get a little pollen. Maybe hopefully get a tomato. Some of the flower just kind of withers up and dies off, but we do got some nice flowers going. Supposedly if you just have the fan blowing on, the fan will pretty much help pollinate it. I have heard that. Never actually grown a tomato plant indoors. Just by itself under 16 hours of light. I don't know. I mean, like I said, people have talked, depending on the type of tomato you have. Most of the tomatoes are they self-pollinate. Just need some airflow, to get the pollen to float from flower to flower. But yeah, that's where we are. Looking good in here. We've got the APSU soil. We've got Grandmaster's changed to 16 hours on. We're going to be bringing in the Grassroots fabric pot. We've got some Grassroots fabric pots available on their website. You can use discount code Yellow Skunk. So we have added Grassroots fabric pots to our sponsorships. So don't forget about Pulse. Their discount code is Yellow Skunk. Grassroots fabric pots, Grandmasters, and our big sponsor APSU with the Living Soil, the Super Soil, and all his different types of soils he's got going on. He's got the forest biome, he's got the desert biome. If you're into reptiles, he's got you covered. If you're into like tropical plants, desert plants, bog plants, I mean everything specially formulated for what you want. And this is our first run with it, so we're going to test it. That being said, I hope everybody has a great, what's today, Thursday? Don't forget Chris Trump tonight. Chris Trump, 6 o'clock, not tonight, this evening, 6 o'clock p.m. on this channel. Me and Mo are talking to Chris Trump. If you're into natural farming, you know who Chris is. So come hang out with us at 6 o'clock and we'll see you there. Peace.